we go. Now, my little amoeba, the first thing we're going to do today is something called the beep test. Okay, it's the beep test. You can close your eyes if you want today. By the way, you can keep your eyes closed the entire time throughout the entire hearing test because you don't need them. We're only testing your ears, you know. We're only testing your ears. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is called the beep test. The beep test. I'm going to play a number of different beeps through the headphones. So you're going to hear them. They're going to be different tempos, different frequencies. And what I would like you to do, my little amoeba, is I would like you to count the total number of beeps and then tell me the total number of beeps that you hear. Okay. Is that understood, my little amoeba? My little amoeba. Yes, excellent. Okay, let's begin that now, shall we? The first of the beeps. Here we go. How many beeps was that, amoeba? Yes, very good indeed. Okay, on to the next one. And how many beeps was that? Correct, my little amoeba. Off to a good start. Let's do some more. How many beeps was that, amoeba? Correct. Let's do some more. How many beeps was that? Good. Another one. How many beeps was that? Good. Another one. How many beeps was that? Good. Just a couple more, my little amoeba. Just a couple more. Here we go. How many was that? Good. The last one, the final one. Here we go. And how many was that? Good. Excellent little job there, my amoeba. You're doing fantastically well so far. Fantastically well. Off to a good start. The hearing test is going well so far. Now, the next thing I need you to do is I need you to listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'm going to produce a sound using a special object, and I want you to tell me when you can hear the sound. Okay? Good. Now, let me just grab my object. Yes, here it is. Keeping your eyes closed. Tell me when you can hear the sound, okay? Good. I like it. I like it. Okay, let me check what I need to do with you next. Okay, my little amoeba. Next, I need you to listen carefully, and I need you to tell me whether the sound is coming from the right side of your head or the left side of your head. Okay, we're going to use different objects, but to begin with, I'm just going to use my hands. Okay, now tell me, was that left or was that right? Good. Left or 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 right? Good, 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 good. Excellent job so far, amoeba, but we must do the same test with different objects. Let me grab something now. Remember, amoeba, left or right? Was that left or right? Good. Was that left or right? Good. 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 Excellent job. Excellent job, my little amoeba. Don't worry, you don't need to identify these sounds. I'm just making them because I enjoy them. Cluck, 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 cluck. Cluck, 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 cluck. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it absolutely wonderful? I think so. I think so anyway. Now then, my little amoeba, there is one more object that I want to use for this directional auditory test. But which object? Let me think. Ah yes, I have it. I have the object that I wish to use. Now, listen carefully, my little amoeba. Is this to the left sounds with an object, and I want you to count the total number of clicks that you hear, and I want you to tell me how many clicks there are total. Does that make sense, my little amoeba? Yes, you're a smart little amoeba, aren't you? Smart little amoeba. Well done, my little amoeba. Here we go. How many clicks? Good. How many clicks? Excellent. How many clicks? Very good, very good, very good. How many clicks? Good, 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 good. How many clicks? Very good, very good, very good. How many clicks? Very good, very good, very good, very good. How many clicks? Marvelous, 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 marvelous. How many clicks? How many clicks? Good, 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 good. Okay, my little amoeba, I'm satisfied that you can do that well indeed. The next test, I'm going to utilize a number of different objects, and I'm going to produce two sounds. Okay, two sounds, same object, but two sounds with the object. And I want you to tell me which of the two sounds is closer to your head. Does that make sense? Okay, let's give it a go. Which of those was closer? One or two? Very good. Let's continue. One or two? Excellent. One or two? Brilliant. One or two? Great, great, great. One or two? Good. One or two? Good. One or two? Very good. Very good, my little amoeba. I think I'm satisfied with that object, and with that, we must move on to the second object for the same little test. Okay, just give me a moment to get it out. sounds was closer to you. Good. One or two. 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 Excellent, absolutely excellent, wonderful, marvelous. What more could I ask for from your amoeba? Your performance so far today has been excellent. Top notch, really top notch indeed. But we haven't quite finished yet, my little amoeba. We have not quite finished yet. There is still a little bit more to do with today's hearing test, okay? Let me just check my notes and see exactly what it is I need to do with you next. Now then, my little amoeba, I'm going to make a sound with my gloves. Something like that. And I'm going to move the sound further and further away from your little amoeba head. And you're going to tell me when you can no longer hear the sound. Does that make sense? Good. Let us begin right now. Good. Again. Good. Let's try just the one ear though. Good. Let's do the other ear. Good. Let's repeat them just for accuracy. For accuracy. Good. Good. Okay, my little amoeba. It seems to me like you have quite a good range of hearing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whisper some words into your ears very closely, very quietly. And what I'd like you to do, my little amoeba, is I would like you to repeat back to me the words that I whispered to you, please. Okay. Very good, my little amoeba. Very good indeed. Now, let us begin, shall we? Cucumber. What did I say then? What did I say then, my little amoeba? Cucumber. Cucumber, yes indeed. Okay, let's go again. Coconut. What did I say then, my little amoeba? What did I say then? Coconut. Correct. Coconut. Next word. Technical. What did I say then, my little amoeba? What did I say then? Technical. Yes, indeed. That's very technical, isn't it? Very technical indeed. Next word. Recalcitrant. What did I say then? What word did I just say then, my little amoeba? Recalcitrant. Yes, indeed. Recalcitrant. Next word. Head and shoulders shampoo. What did I say just then? say then, my little amoeba? What did I say then? Baguette. Yes, baguette. Baguette. Indeed. Right then, my little amoeba. Is that everything? Actually, let me write down some notes about the findings of today's hearing test. I need to make sure that I remember everything. You know, I'm a little bit forgetful recently. A lot on my mind. Even my big genius mind can't contain it all. All the information that goes on, you know. I just can't simply remember it all. Let me write it down, my little amoeba, and you relax yourself.